it is the 15th of January, which means we are on to tip number 10 for our 24 tips of 2024. And today we're talking about a fun one, which is a pet peeve of mine and a lot of other marketers. Be cautious with emojis, especially if you're a business social media poster. So, you know me, I love emojis. I put them on my personal content. They show my what I would like to categorize as fun, spunky personality. But whenever you're posting on behalf of a business, you need to be a little bit more careful. I personally like them for replacing bullet points, but overusing them can look a little unprofessional. And in a business setting, maintaining a certain level of seriousness is important. And excessive emojis undermine that. So you want to make sure that you're using tasteful emojis and that they're appropriate. But it's a good indicator that there are if there's several emojis on a post that is created by AI. So that's the other reason you want to be careful, because people might think that you're creating your content using AI. Um, on the personal posts, as I said, post away, use those emojis, but be careful because emojis have cross culture meanings. So make sure you're using the right emojis in the appropriate places. A well intentioned emoji may be misrepresented and could have some problems along the line. So be careful with your emojis. Additionally, brands that successfully incorporate them into their images can have a fun way of doing like little cutesy fun, but it can also hurt your credibility and trustworthiness. So just be careful. So I'm giving you all these ways that you shouldn't use emojis. How should you use them? The first way is use one or two. Use them sparingly, make them well placed, well intentioned. As I said, like the replacing of the bullet points, use a little star or something. Make sure that they really relate to your audience so that you don't sacrifice professionalism, but you can have that personal flair. Another thing is to use them strategically. Make sure that you're choosing the right emojis that correlate to your message and portray what you're trying to say. Another thing is context matters. So think about your context. Consider the tone of your topic before you add those emojis, and make sure that if it's a serious announcement, you're not using them, even as bullet points. And then finally, know your audience. I say all this, and then if you're a fun social media company, a fun recruiting agency, something that's a little bit more people centric, and you want your tone to be young and hip, and you want to attract Gen Z and millennials, and then an emoji might be appropriate. But just be careful with how you use them. Remember, the goal is to strategically enhance your communication and not to derail it or detract from it. And by approaching it with purpose, you can definitely elevate your brand by using emojis. You just need to think a little bit before you post. So, all that being said, be cautious with your emojis, and I'll be back at you tomorrow for another tip.